Hey everyone. So the other day I was talking to my mom and we were just talking about being a kid, you know? Specifically when I was a child, so the late 2000s, early 2010s. This was a time in my life where my value of clothes was based on how many sequins they had, and all of my birthday money was spent on Toys R Us. Like most other people that grew up in this era, something I started to get into at this time was YouTube. Now, YouTube was not necessarily a new thing, but this was the time when I started watching my own stuff, and by that I mean toy videos online. I know toy videos are still booming. There's been plenty of commentary videos about toy channels and kids YouTube in general, but I'm talking about the good classic stuff from my generation. My favorite things to watch were stuff like LPS Popular, 7 Supergirls. We're not getting into that today. The Barbie Family Show, anything by Cookie Swirl C. God, I was obsessed with that woman, but she does not come close to who we're going to be discussing today. My Froggy stuff. Now, if you don't know who My Froggy stuff is, I'm assuming you don't have children, but you might recognize her by the sound of her voice.
I am making craft foam, paint, felt, beads, glue.
In all seriousness, My Froggy Stuff was a channel that started in the late 2000s and was a toy channel, but focused on specifically crafting. At this time, around, 2012, craft YouTube was very flashy, lore DIY, overly saturated, back to school-esque stuff. My Froggy Stuff was so unique. Crafts for kids. And I was obsessed. I was obsessed. This was my favorite YouTube channel at the time. I think I had watched every single video she had posted until I eventually outgrew playing with toys, but my goodness, this woman is a genius. I can still say it to this day. I would beg my parents to take me to Michael's every single weekend. God, I don't even know. My parents have spent hundreds of dollars on scrapbooking paper, craft foam, all the little tools that you need to do all of these projects. But here's the thing, I'm claiming like, oh, I did all these crafts. No, I did not. No, I really didn't though. Because I would be like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, Mom, I don't know how to use a hot glue gun. And I would just kind of sit and be like, I want it to look like this, and I want it to look like this. And it would just really be my parents doing these crafts. And the crafts that I did on my own were thrown out because they were embarrassingly bad. Some stuff I did make on my own and looked good, but a lot of it, oof, yikes, really bad. So now that I've recently turned 18, I was thinking to myself, My Froggy Stuff. I don't need to ask my parents for permission anymore to use the scissors on my own. So today we are going to be trying some My Froggy Stuff tutorials from an adult perspective. So I was thinking of not necessarily using any particular doll. I know a lot of her things are like how to make something for an 18-inch doll like an American Girl, or these crafts are better suited for a Littlest Pet Shop, but I'm just gonna make them how they are and not really worry about being to scale on anything. So we're going to start out with how to make a small dollhouse, and this one looks very complicated. It's probably the most complicated one I'm doing in this video, but let's give it a shot. It's gonna be great, just let's hop into it. We love the music, we love the iMovie font. So here is what we're going to be making the house out of, this milk carton. She said to just go ahead and open it up like so. And we're going to cut one side. Then we cut across. Oh my god, look at me go. Oh my god. I'm gonna dry this off. Again, I'm not using a specific doll to put things to scale, so I'm just gonna use her measurements. She said one side is 3 inches and then the other is 5. So I have my ruler. I'm gonna go ahead and make those markings. I think I did this. Okay, so I think I already messed up. Dang it, I did mess up. Dang it. Okay, it's fine. It's really, but okay. I can fix it. If you're wondering why I'm using this blue Sharpie, it's because I couldn't find a black one, nor do I really care. It does the same thing. So I made all my lines on my milk. You can see I messed up, but it doesn't matter because this is going to be covered up. So let's cut this out. here is the shape of the house, and it'll open like this. So let's figure out what's next.
Now that it's all been cut, I'm going to turn it and fold it on that drawn line that had the excess portion at the top.
Okay, so I should have kept watching because the bit on top, the excess, is supposed to be the roof. We're gonna improvise with this cardboard from the cereal box. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to make a roof for a doll. Trace it loosely. I should use the ruler. Oh my god. So what I ended up doing is I cut that out and then I took a piece of wood printed scrapbooking paper and I covered it. So this is gonna be the roof, but I'm gonna glue this on last because I have to put the inside decoration, like all the walls and the flooring and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this, which is like burlap almost scrapbooking paper. So I'm gonna put this in as the flooring, as the carpet. I'm gonna use this packet of scrapbooking paper to find the right wallpaper. I don't know which one yet. For the outside, I found this, which is stones. That'll look really nice on the outside. And then I think I'm gonna use this gray for a door. So, since gluing everything inside is going to be pretty boring, I will see you when I'm done gluing. 30 minutes later, I have put all of the paper I want on the house. It is a little messy, and I know she used ribbon to hide the mistakes, but I think it's fine, and I don't have any good ribbon to really do that with, so we're just going to leave it like this. But yeah, the stones are on the outside, and I ended up going for this polka dot pattern inside. You can still see the purple glue from the Elmer's glue stick, but the floor. So I have my hot glue gun here, and we're going to add on the other details like the roof that I messed up. I cut out the door and I drew like this little design on it, and I have a bead that I'm gonna use as the handle. Do you do this too with like your flat iron? Like you don't want to touch it, but you're like, can I sense heat? Alright, little house on the prairie. Look at that. Looks pretty legit if you ask me. Something else she showed in the video was adding security to the house because we don't want a little robbery taking place. I didn't have like just regular elastic, so I took a little elastic hair tie, and hopefully this works. I'm taking a little cap, and why does it keep doing that? Put a generous amount in there. We're gonna dip the elastic, enough that there's some hanging out inside, and now we're gonna take a pom-pom for a plant and also stick it in there. Oh, dang it! It melted it! Maybe that's not gonna work. I'm gonna add another. She only did one, but I want it kind of like a taller hedge. Finished with craft one. The security did not work. Here's the house. Here's the plant. Opens up just fine. It has a doorknob, but the security on the house is not ideal. So now that we have finished craft one, naturally all of you guys are thinking, how are these dolls gonna pay their taxes? How are these dolls gonna pay for their mortgage, pay for their heating bill in the winter to come? And to that I say, Mailbox. Now I almost did not do this one, but I was thinking, oh man, this is totally something I should do, but I don't have dental floss. But you know what happened last night? God blessed me because I finished my thing of dental floss. So now I have this, and in the video, she had to sand off the logo, but it's a sticker. I'm just gonna peel this off. This mailbox is literally gonna be bigger than the house, but whatever. So let's open it up, and I'm gonna use my scissors to gut it. Oh, it smells so nice and minty. So she says to decide on a base, and to be honest, I have no clue. So we're going to come to that step later. She painted her popsicle stick, but I think it's fine if it's not painted personally. So I'm cutting it. Is that too short? I think I made it too, whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna glue the popsicle stick. This looks really ugly, doesn't it? I found some pink paper close enough, and it's cuter anyway. So I cut out this little flag shape. I'll put that. Oh, so cute. Okay, that is really cute. check that out. Mailbox. Now it really does look like a mailbox and it's not as ugly, but it still is very large and I don't know where to put it. What if I hid it? What if I hid it in the plant? That's not gonna work. I can use another bottle cap maybe? Okay, so that works. This works, I think. Does it? Will it? No, it still falls. I don't know. It's just so top heavy that it tips. Yes, it works. This is it, but I'm calling it a bust because it's not working the way that it should. But it's my fault. I acknowledge that. But it's cute. It is cute. I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, I'm adding this to my done section. The next craft I'm going to do is the picture frame, and I'm very excited about this because it's super easy and I have a feeling that we will be successful. So my magazine of choice is this edition of People magazine with friends on the cover, and we are going to be using this picture of Penn Badgley. Not because I find him attractive. No, that's stupid. So all we have to do is really easy. Just cut out the picture you want. Here we go, tiny little Penn Badgley. Now I'm taking this scrap of white paper and I'm going to glue my image onto the paper. So this is what we're working with now. And just do a nice thin white outline. Now I have this. She used cardboard to add additional support, but I'm not doing the propped up thing. I'm just gonna tape it on the wall on the inside. So I'm gonna skip that step, and this is the color I've decided for the frame. And I'm gonna go about this a little differently than she does. She cut out strips and then she glued it on. So I'm just gonna repeat myself, tape it on to the purple background, but I'm gonna leave some more space. I have these scissors, which produce a nice wibbly wobbly design. I'm just gonna cut so it has that. Perfect! Now that looks good. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on him. Dab it on the inside. That is what we have now. Isn't that so cool? Oh my gosh. So craft number 3, pretty successful, I'd say. For our 4th craft, it's about time we had some real furniture, right? So we're going to be doing the paper furniture one, so kind of origami, except origami doesn't need glue, I think. I don't know much about origami, but I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, just folding. Anyway, it's just paper and glue we're gonna be using for this next one. So first, I'm folding it over about 1.5 inches, and then we unfold it, cutting off the excess. So we have this strip. 2.5 inches I fold. Wait, what did she just do? Oh, okay, so on top.
And then again at 3/4. And then one last time at 1 5/8 inch.
I think it's more like this. I think. Okay, flip it over. There's so many creases in the wrong spot. This is wrong. What? I can't do it. I don't understand the folding. Did it like this, then over, then flip it around, then she did it like that, and then one more time. I can't do it. I'm calling it quits. I can't do it. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know how to do it. Goodbye. I'm just gonna make the chair my own way. Look how ugly this is. I'm just gluing it. I don't care. It's not good though. It's really ugly and probably would support no toy, no doll. Table, take a piece of paper and fold it into a box. Okay, the table is easy. I'm done with craft number 4. I would not recommend doing this one. It's okay. It should be easy, but I don't think it is. This is my final little couch chair, and this is my table. I put another piece of paper on top to give it a little bit more pizzazz, but it's very simple. Not my favorite, not my best work. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's complicated, okay? For For the next one, this is actually one of her newer videos, and by that I mean it was posted 6 years ago, but new for me. We're going to be making a cake. Now this is how to make doll cakes 2. I grew up watching the first one made out of
craft foam.
I already Mod Podged these 2 caps together. I'm using Mod Podge because it was not staying with hot glue for some reason. Anyway, I did this hours ago and it's pretty dry enough to continue. I ripped up some tissue paper, toilet paper, not tissue paper. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this cream colored, it's a lot of paint. I'm gonna paint this cake. Stir it up. Yes, I'm using Easter egg cups. If I mess these up, the only person that's gonna care is the Easter bunny. So yeah, that looks like frosting, and I'm just gonna start covering this with this little paste. I think I should have ripped the tissue up a little bit smaller. I also wish that both caps were white. That would really benefit me. Hi, so my camera died, but I went ahead and I finished painting the cake, and I went ahead and I cut up tiny little pieces of paper and I added a little bit of glitter, and I just kind of tossed it all together to make sprinkles. So it's on the cardboard just so I didn't make a mess. This little cake is what we're working with. I am going to let this dry and I will come back in a few hours. My camera will charge and I will go ahead and I'll give you a little tour of everything that I made today, and we'll see what it looks like up close. So it is much later now and I wanted to give everyone a complete house tour. This is the house. Here's the door up close. There's a little knob. I could add more detail like windows on the outside and stuff, but it looks pretty good. I had a bag of fake grass and this little tiny fence material, so I just put it on and it makes it look like a real house for right now. The mailbox ended up being able to balance because I just had to move the stick around. It still is not the sturdiest thing. The little plants in the back. The inside has my ugly table and chairs, and this is the cake I made. It's very messy, but also it looks like a cake. That's all we really needed. And Penn Badgley framed in the corner. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think I did a pretty good job. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really did have a lot of fun putting it all together and getting to stroll back down memory lane and see all of these videos that I grew up watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos made by me. I make videos on this channel, no big deal. Comment down below your favorite craft that I made today, and I will see you all next time. But before I go, in true my Froggy Stuff spirit, happy crafting.